Hello? What's up? Okay. Okay, brothers. Yeah, just give me a second here. We'll get going here. Okay. Now, that'll work. Okay. Just give me a second here, dudes. We'll be going.
How can you trust the reviews you're reading? Introducing FakeSpot by Mozilla. Whether on your phone or computer.
That'll work. All right, bros, here we go. Got to vibe with me a little bit, dudes. I've not been great here lately. So, I was at the doctor about all day today. But, uh, not good, dudes. Ain't nothing to lie. I'm really going through some crap in my life right now. So, um, okay. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. Trying to get things squared away here, dudes. Good. Alright, dudes. I lost the last battle I played with this thing. So we're going to try it again. Hopefully we can do better this time. Oh. Yeah, there, dudes. Okay. Oh shit. Hang on, bro. I'm dropping shit all over. Okay. We got this shit, man.
A former U.S. Capitol Police officer spoke about the January 6th riots on social media this week, explaining how he had decided that it was a setup. In a post to X, formerly Twitter, Tarek Johnson, an ex-police officer, explained that he plans to block people on the social media platform if they attempt to discredit information he's planning to release about the January 6th Capitol riots. I know there are people here on X who are going to be actively trying to discredit me to support the position that another investigation is not needed, he wrote on X. After J6 first occurred, I drank the mainstream media Kool-Aid and believed J6 was an insurrection, but as more and more facts were revealed, my position changed. I now believe J6 was a setup and that an enormous size cover-up ensued after to hide the facts.
All right, let's do it.
I'm not asking anyone to believe me. All I want to do is show you how I arrived at how I view J6 now. God bless. Supporters of former President Donald Trump protested the 2020 election results outside of the Capitol on January 6, 2021. Many of them eventually entered the Capitol illegally as an attempt to stop the certification of votes by Congress, and hundreds have since been arrested and some charged with sedition and trespassing. Many individuals accused in the incident have been sentenced to jail. Over the past several days, Johnson has continued to post messages on X. I spoke to my lawyer and I told him what my plans are as it relates to releasing information on X about the J6 setup and the cover-up that ensued after, he wrote on November 30th. I wanted to see what, if any, legal ramifications I'd be facing when I do. He stated he didn't see any, and if something arose, we would deal with it together. I'm not doing this for any financial gain now or in the future, but for the reasons I listed above by order of the God I serve. I am a lion and I will protect my cubs. In this case, they are everyone in the J6 community as you were set up, and that should not have happened to you even if you did wrong things that day. Newsweek reached out to the Capitol Police via email and Johnson via social media for comment. Former Capitol Police Chief Stephen Sund made comments similar to Johnson's in a leaked interview with Tucker Carlson, in which he said, "This didn't have to happen. Everything appears to be a cover-up." Related articles. Donald Trump rages at Liz Cheney over book claims GOP official arrested over January 6th involvement. Donald Trump's Supreme Court appeal is already dead, Kirshner. Start your unlimited Newsweek trial.
worth it. Totally worth it.
Fucking dick. Oh god, yeah. I'm gonna get banned out of chat. Wait and watch. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about all that shit about January 6th and shit, man. I mean, hard to take it real serious anymore, man. In all honesty. Now, right there is a subject I would really like to see them go into, my dudes. Now, this subject here, it's worthy, and I would like to see,
Senator
this
Marsha
log.
Blackburn, a Republican from
Absolutely.
Tennessee, strongly criticized Senator Dick Durbin, a Democrat from Illinois, on Thursday for allegedly preventing her from filing a subpoena for the flight logs of convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. Blackburn, a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, accused Democrats of trying to hide something by blocking her request.
Now, I agree with her right there on that note, right there. I agree 100%. What are they trying to hide, man? I mean, there's more to this, man. I mean, that should be a matter of public record. I mean, absolutely.
Durbin, as the committee's chair, holds control over its subpoena power. Blackburn publicly called out Durbin on social media, questioning what the Democrats are attempting to conceal. In November, Blackburn initially called for the subpoena to obtain more information on individuals who allegedly traveled on Epstein's private jet to his Caribbean island and other locations where he perpetrated his crimes. The plane, frequently referred to as the Lolita Express, reportedly carried prominent figures such as former Presidents Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Read more. Biden walks off set during MSNBC interview, prompting criticism and online reactions. Epstein died in his cell in 2019, leaving unanswered questions about who paid to engage in the sexual abuse of the girls he exploited and trafficked worldwide. Blackburn expressed her frustration with the committee's proceedings, and her subpoenas were blocked and cut off improperly. She emphasized the importance of unveiling the identities of everyone involved in Epstein's trafficking ring and
I agree
called
with
for
her
the
about
subpoena
that.
of his flight logs. Also read, explosive revelation, Melania Trump's ex-aide exposes classified document showcasing by Donald Trump. Blackburn's office also issued a statement highlighting the Judiciary Committee's dismissal of reports regarding Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor allegedly using her staff to promote her book. While Durbin has not publicly responded to Blackburn's criticism, he has faced a deluge of social media comments demanding the release of Epstein's flight logs. Critics have raised suspicions about Durbin's possible involvement or his connections to individuals on the flight logs. A Fox News host and an activist author also slammed Durbin, accusing him of covering up for Epstein and obstructing justice. Read next, these celebrities all proudly support Trump, some on this list may come as a surprise.
Yeah, let's see about this one, dude. I think this is about the guy that pulled the fire alarm.
Here's a look at 5 of today's top political stories. Top Democrat in Westchester files to challenge Representative Jamal Bowman. Westchester County Executive George Latimer previously said the race could be a proxy argument between the left and the far left. The Washington Post. Read more. White House issues dire warning to Congress about stalled Ukraine aid. The White House on Monday issued a dire warning about the urgent need for Congress to approve aid for Ukraine in its war with Russia. ABC News. Read more. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum drops out of 2024 presidential race. Doug Burgum dropped out of the 2024 presidential. Westchester County Executive George Latimer, D., filed paperwork indicating that he will run against Representative Jamal Bowman, Democrat, New York, for the House seat just north of New York City, the latest primary challenge against a member of the liberal group of lawmakers known as the Squad. Latimer filed a statement of candidacy to the Federal Election Commission on Monday, and a political consultant slated to work on the campaign who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss private plans said a formal announcement is scheduled for Wednesday. The county executive told the Washington Post in late October that the race could be a proxy argument between the left and the far left. The potential primary challenge comes as tensions rise within the Democratic Party about curbing U.S. support for Israel and the civilian death toll in Gaza after Hamas's attack on the Jewish state October 7. Latimer visited Israel last week but did not comment on his plans for 2024. Bowman and his allies focused their responses on Monday not on Latimer, but on outside groups they said were targeting progressives and lawmakers of color. In a statement, Bowman's campaign spokeswoman, Emma Simon, said, "It's not a surprise that a super PAC that routinely targets black members of Congress with primary challenges and is funded by the same Republican mega-donors who give millions to election-denying Republicans including Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis, and Ted Cruz have recruited a candidate for this race." The Working Families Party of New York, a liberal group that supported Bowman in previous races, said in a statement Monday that it would again back Bowman for re-election. The group also warned that pro-Israeli groups, including American Israel Public Affairs Committee, AIPAC, are planning to spend millions to defeat him.
Well,
Marshall
they
Whitman,
should.
a spokesman for AIPAC, said in a statement that unlike Biden and other Democratic lawmakers, Bowman is aligned with the anti-Israel extremist fringe. Democrats in this district deserve a representative who stands by the mainstream view which supports the U.S.-Israel relationship, Whitman added. Bowman, 47, was an educator who ran in a Democratic primary in 2020 to challenge the chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Representative Eliot L. Engel, Democrat New York, a staunch defender of Israel. Bowman won, despite millions of dollars in ads from pro-Israel groups that supported Engel. According to a June 2020 letter by Bowman published in the Riverdale Press, the future congressman said he opposed the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement aimed at seeking changes to Israeli policy and supported U.S. aid to the country so people there can live in safety and peace, free from the fear of violence and terrorism from Hamas and other extremists. He added, "I also believe that Palestinians are entitled to the same human rights, safety from violence, and self-determination in a state of their own." Last month, Bowman told MSNBC, "It's one thing to support Israel, but it's another thing to never hold Israel accountable for their behavior, whether it's the occupation, the open-air prison that is Gaza, or the war crimes that are taking place right now during this siege." Bowman also became a target of right-wing ire after a September incident in which he pulled the fire alarm that forced the evacuation of the Cannon House office building as lawmakers scrambled to avert a government shutdown. He pleaded guilty to the charge of pulling a false fire alarm in late October. As part of a deal with the D.C. Attorney General's office, Bowman agreed to pay a $1,000 fine, give $50 to a crime victims' compensation fund and, within 2 weeks, apologize in writing to the U.S. Capitol Police Chief, according to court documents. Other liberal House members facing a primary challenge in 2024 include Representatives Cori Bush, Democrat Missouri, Ilhan Omar, Democrat Minnesota, and Summer L. Lee, Democrat Pennsylvania. The challenges come as President Biden and other Democrats face pressure from activists, as well as young voters and voters of color, over their handling of the war. Protests demanding a ceasefire in the Israel-Gaza war follow almost anywhere Biden appears. Representative Rashida Tlaib, Democrat Michigan, the only Palestinian-American member of Congress, was censured last month over her comments related to Israel's actions in Gaza. And last week, Senate Majority Leader Charles E. Schumer warned in a Senate speech that anti-Semites are taking advantage of the pro-Palestinian movement to espouse hatred and bigotry toward Jewish people and that the animosity is being expressed by people that most liberal Jewish Americans felt previously were their ideological fellow travelers.
Got him.
You're not gonna rape me, are you?
Boom, bitch.
Why don't you just go home before you get hurt? Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, you don't want none of this, buh. Bye, bitch. Toodles. Yeah, I'd like to advance on, but oh lordy.
Padang, Indonesia. Indonesian authorities on Monday halted the search for 12 climbers after Mount Merapi volcano erupted again, unleashing a new burst of hot ash as high as 2,620 feet into the air, officials said. The bodies of 11 climbers were recovered earlier in the day while searching for those missing but attempts to relocate them were hindered by the renewed activity, West Sumatra Search and Rescue Agency head Abdul Malik said. The search operation would resume once conditions improved, he added. A video released by the agency showed rescuers evacuating an injured climber on a stretcher off the mountain and into a waiting ambulance to be taken to hospital.
That's terrible.
Start the day smarter. Get all the news you need in your inbox each morning. Merapi initially erupted on Sunday, spewing clouds of hot ash. Eruption of the Mount Merapi volcano. The volcano has stayed at the third highest of 4 alert levels since 2011, a level indicating above normal volcanic activity, prohibiting climbers and villagers within 1.8 miles of the peak, said Hendra Ganawan, the head of the Center for Volcanology and Geological Disaster Mitigation. This means that there should be no climbing to the peak, Ganawan said, adding that climbers were only allowed below the danger zone, but sometimes many of them broke the rules to fulfill their satisfaction to climb farther. About 75 climbers had started their way up the nearly 9,480-foot mountain on Saturday and became stranded. Authorities rescued 52, including 3 on Monday. 8 of those rescued Sunday were rushed to a hospital with burns, and 1 suffered a broken limb, said Hari Agustian, an official at the local search and rescue agency in Padang, the West Sumatra provincial capital. All of the climbers had registered at 2 command posts or online through West Sumatra's conservation agency before they proceeded with their climb, Agustian said. When asked about the total number of people who may be stranded, he said it couldn't be confirmed because some may have taken illegal routes up the mountain and residents could have been also in the area. Merapi spewed thick columns of ash as high as 9,800 feet in Sunday's eruption, and hot ash clouds spread for several miles. Nearby villages and towns were blanketed by tons of volcanic debris. Volcanic dust and rain smeared the faces and hair of evacuated climbers, according to a video on social media. Falling ash blanketed several villages and blocked sunlight, and authorities distributed masks while urging residents to wear eyeglasses to protect them from volcanic ash. About 1,400 people live on Merapi's slopes in Rubai and Goba Kumantiang, the nearest villages about 3.1 to 3.7 miles from the peak. Austin, Texas, AP, a Texas prosecutor whose office oversaw indictments against more than 20 Austin police officers for tactics used during the 2020 protests that followed George Floyd's killing, said Monday he was dropping most of the cases and would ask the Justice Department to investigate instead. The announcement is a sharp reversal for Travis County District Attorney Jose Garza, a progressive who was elected months after the protests and ran on promises to hold police accountable in the Texas Capitol. Garza, a Democrat, said his office would dismiss indictments against 17 officers but still move forward with prosecuting 4 others. The slate of felony charges were by far the most indictments of officers from a single U.S. police department following nationwide protests in 2020 over racial injustice and police brutality. Some Austin police officers fired beanbag rounds in the crowd, critically injuring one teenager. This has been a difficult chapter for Austin. I look forward to turning the page. These announcements will allow police officers whose lives were upended by the indictments to return to their services to our community, said Austin Mayor Kirk Watson, a Democrat who was not in office at the time of the protests. In a statement, Garza did not explain why he was deciding now to drop most of the cases. Many of the officers were indicted in February 2022, none had gone to trial,
He's
and
dropping
Republican
them because
Governor
he
Greg
can't
Abbott
win them.
had floated the idea of pardons after the charges were handed down by a grand jury. Garza said his office would continue to hold law enforcement who break the law accountable. In a letter to the Justice Department, Garza asked prosecutors to review Austin Police's use of force for crowd control during the protests.
World of
Ken
Warships
Irvin,
just
an attorney
being
who
World of
represents 9
Warships.
officers whose charges will be dismissed, called the indictments a combination of politics and incompetence. Mr. Garza has not really taken the chance to educate himself on police tactics, Irvin said. Maybe he's finally done that. Despite widespread claims of heavy-handed or even illegal police tactics across the U.S. following the 2020 protests, few cities pursued charges. 2 Dallas officers faced charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and official oppression, and a New York police officer was charged with assault after shoving a woman to the ground. In October, a former Minneapolis police officer was sentenced to 15 days in the county workhouse, with eligibility for electronic home monitoring, after pleading guilty to assaulting a black man during the unrest that followed Floyd's murder. The city of Austin has paid out more than $18 million to settle lawsuits brought by protesters injured during the protests, including a college student who suffered brain damage after an officer shot him with a beanbag round.
Bullshit.
8 other lawsuits are still pending, according to the city. Austin Police Association President Michael Bullock said prosecutors had yet to prove any case where any officer committed wrongdoing. Our officers were faced with incredible and unprecedented challenges. In those extremely difficult times, they acted within the law and upheld their oath to keep our city safe, Bullock said. The indictments widened the rift in Austin between police and Garza, whose 2020 campaign was backed by liberal allies including U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders, and promised crackdowns on misconduct by law enforcement. Garza was among a handful of progressive prosecutors who won office in 2020, when the police killings of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and others sparked a national outcry over law enforcement's treatment of black people. He said the charges in
They don't
Austin
treat
were not
Asians,
politically
whites, or
driven, and
Hispanics
emphasized
no
that
better,
his office
dudes.
prosecuted more than 30
what's the truth
non-officers
about
who
that?
also participated in the protests. The announcement by Garza comes weeks after a mistrial was declared in a high-profile trial involving an Austin police officer who was charged with murder in the death of Michael Ramos, who was unarmed and shot as he tried to drive away from police who were attempting to arrest him in April 2020. The case was prosecuted by Garza's office and ended after jurors were unable to reach a verdict. Weeks after Ramos' death, demonstrators in Austin invoked his name when they took to the streets to protest the killing of Floyd.
You can't be serious. This is a 30-ton war machine.
And that brothers where I can't switch it to nothing at the moment. Yeah. Could get sunk here, you know. Brought that fucker in that Nagata. Motherfucker. Fuck you, bro. You ain't hurt this ship, dude. I can tell you that right now, pal. Man, fuck you, dude.
Fuck, 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 fuck!
Really, man?
Man, you want me to kick those dents out for you?
Fuck you, motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. Tell you, dudes. I wouldn't wish on nobody the pain I'm having to endure. That's the truth, man. There's something going on with that one guy, man. You'll see this ship's not that fucking easy to kill, dude. Oh, man. Which, I mean, that's 20-point captain.
There, let me dry those tears. Yes, your anguish sustains me.
Oh, great.
We do better when we stick together, dudes. I mean, that's just the facts. This game's a fucking mess anyway, man. I mean, it really is. It's a mess, man. Shit, what's your... Oh, shit. You better be punching it, motherfucker. I'll take you up the map, Jack. I'll ride you some up a hood there like I did a few picketers back in the day there when I was a truck driver. Ooh, let her fly, guy. Let her fly. Oh, you want some too, huh?
You can't be serious. This is a 30-ton war machine.
Little bitch. Pedro just popped his testicles there, and no, it wasn't good for him, huh? Got your ass, big boy. Mm-hmm. behind that motherfucker for real long, bro. Tell you where ass at, Jack. They're coming in behind us, bro. Oh, you wanting some, huh? Here, bro, let me help your ass out. I'll fuck you up, Chuck.
This is more like it.
Fucking Nagato, I'm more worried about it. Oh. You fucked up, pal. Well. These two motherfuckers. Dick face. No problem, Bob.
Thank God. I nearly dodged a bullet there.
You old pussy face, ate a duck, you bitch. He's trying to turn and put both his fucking guns on me, bro. He got me, Ty. Well, see what else kind of news we can we can run up on there.
This is part of Opening Arguments, Slate's coverage of the start of the latest Supreme Court term. We're working to change the way the media covers the Supreme Court. Support our work when you join Slate Plus. The Supreme Court is one of the most scientifically illiterate bodies in government, but why don't we let it take over federal regulation? That is the basic question behind Loper Bright Enterprises versus Raimondo, scheduled for argument next month at the Supreme Court, and it should scare you. To those only recently paying attention, the court's disdain for the scientific consensus, as evidenced in cases like West Virginia v. EPA, may seem surprising. However, even before the installation of its conservative supermajority, the court had long viewed scientific evidence that runs contrary to its policy preferences with contempt.
I'm calling
Skepticism of an
bullshit on that one. Yep. I mean, no honesty, I'm calling bullshit on it because, that's about crazy there, dude. Too many scientists started stepping up on them, telling about how they're lying, man, about the, not saying it's not bad and we shouldn't do things, but, it's not as bad as they're pumping it to be, bro. In the 70s, they said by the 90s, we'd be freezing to death, man, by 2000. Now they're saying we're going to be burning down by 2035. This might be a little interesting.
The House Judiciary Committee is scheduled to consider legislation Wednesday that would add a warrant requirement to a powerful spy authority, sharpening a divide between privacy-minded lawmakers and the Biden administration. The markup would be the first committee vote this year on legislation to reauthorize Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, which allows the U.S. government to collect the digital communications of foreigners who are located outside the country. The surveillance authority expires at the end of the year. The debate has centered around the ability of the FBI to search through data collected under the program, without a warrant, for information about Americans using information such as an email address. Draft legislation expected to be voted on by the House Judiciary Committee would renew Section 702 for 3 more years, but would insert a warrant requirement when it comes to information on Americans, with certain exceptions. Those include situations where there's an emergency involving an imminent threat of death or serious bodily harm, and situations in which a cybersecurity threat signature is used as a search term to prevent harm from malicious software, among others. House Judiciary Committee members, including Chairman Jim Jordan, Republican Ohio, and Representative Gerald Nadler, Democrat New York, the ranking member, have spoken harshly of the warrantless searches and emphasized the need for changes. During an oversight hearing earlier this year, Jordan highlighted how the FBI conducted 204,000 searches of foreign surveillance data for information on Americans over a 12-month period ending in the winter of 2022. According to a report from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. You can't make this stuff up. There are 204,000 reasons why Republicans will oppose visa reauthorization in its current form, Jordan said during the hearing. Nadler, speaking at a committee meeting earlier this year, described the Foreign Surveillance Authority as an important tool used by the intelligence community to fight threats. But he raised transparency concerns and said current protections are insufficient in protecting privacy and civil rights. FBI Director Christopher Wray and the Biden administration have opposed the idea of a warrant requirement, with the former saying such a demand would take up scarce resources, along with significant time that's not available in the world of evolving threats. Wray is set to testify Tuesday before the Senate Judiciary Committee, where he is likely to be asked about the issue. In October, he told a different Senate panel that a watered-down Section 702 could hamper the FBI's ability to protect Americans from terrorist attacks. Other lawmakers have pitched legislation Several gold bars, discovered by federal agents in Democratic New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez's residence as part of a high-profile bribery investigation, can be traced to a violent robbery a decade ago. According to a sprawling indictment unsealed by federal prosecutors in September, Menendez and his wife allegedly played a role in a years-long bribery scheme that involved the Egyptian government and local businessmen including Fred Dabes, a wealthy New Jersey real estate developer. Prosecutors revealed they retrieved multiple gold bars from Menendez's home which were allegedly used as payment in the scheme. At least 4 of the gold bars, discovered by investigators, can be linked to Dabes, both because of their unique engraved serial numbers and thanks to court documents related to a 2013 robbery which Dabes was a victim of, an NBC New York investigation revealed Monday. In November 2013, 4 assailants beat and robbed Dabes at gunpoint in his Edgewater, New Jersey, apartment, stealing 22 gold bars, jewelry, and cash. Each gold bar has its own serial number.
So you had stolen gold bars, I'll be damned.
2014 transcript obtained by NBC New York. They're all stamped. You'll never see 2 stamped the same way. 5 explosive revelations from Damson Bob Menendez's bombshell federal indictment. Photographs released by the Department of Justice in September showing the gold bars discovered at Menendez's home, for example, reveal one of the bars has a serial number of 590005. Dabes reported a gold bar with that same serial number stolen during the 2013 heist, NBC New York reported. Read on the Fox News app.
Yeah, so
And the federal indictment notes that the serial numbers on the gold bars indicate they had previously been possessed by Dabes. MSNBC's Alicia Menendez addresses father's indictment, colleagues have aggressively covered. A court-authorized search of the residence of Robert Menendez and Nadine Menendez, aka Nadine Arslanian, the defendants, revealed, among other things, approximately 2 1-kilogram gold bars and 9 1-ounce gold bars that had serial numbers indicating they had previously been possessed by Fred Dabes, the defendant, the indictment states. In addition, when Dabes reported the robbery to police in 2013, he said 22 gold bars had been taken. Similarly, the September indictment states that Dabes sold 22 gold bars to Wael Hanna, another defendant allegedly implicated in the bribery scheme. Police ultimately arrested and charged 4 individuals for robbing Dabes in 2013, according to local media reports. Then, in September 2015, the suspects all pled guilty and were ultimately sentenced to several months in prison. Meanwhile, since the federal bribery indictment was unsealed earlier this year, Menendez has repeatedly asserted his innocence and remained in the Senate. Click to get the Fox News app. The allegations leveled against me are just that, allegations, Menendez said September 25. For anyone who has known me throughout my 50 years of public service, they know I have always fought for what is right. My advocacy has always been grounded. And what I learned from growing up as the son of Cuban refugees, especially my mom, my hero, Evangelina Menendez. Everything I accomplished, I worked for despite the naysayers and everyone who has underestimated me. I firmly believe that when all the facts are presented, not only will I be exonerated, but I still will be New Jersey's senior senator, he added. The court of public opinion is no substitute for our revered justice system. We cannot set aside the presumption of innocence for political expediency when the harm is irrevocable. Original article source: gold bars stashed in Dem senator's home recovered after 2013 violent robbery.
Damn. Damn old Mendez is going to fucking pen print. Yeah. He sure is. I mean, they got Santos. Oh, George Santos. They expelled him out of Congress because he some Botox and I think sending some whore some money on a one of them on one of those fans only pages. Or whatever it was, you know, I don't know about the guy, but I do know that they did expel him Okay. I mean, if he was dirty dealings, whatever it should have been, absolutely. Here it is. This is not the first time old Bob Mendez he's been accused of this shit, dudes. One moment, bros. So in all honesty, um, I mean, it's really not a damn surprise. Um, a man's been a senator his whole life, man. That's $100,000 job. Yeah, you should be okay. But you ain't gonna be owning no mansions and shit, man. Joe Biden, man. For his wealth alone, he should have been investigated years ago, man. I mean, in all honesty. Hmm. Must have extended it. Go back using the hammer. So with I mean, I honestly think when the truth comes out about January 6th, it'll shock everybody, boys. I mean, in all honesty. What the hell's AOC done to Pelosi?
Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat New York, has made a name for herself on Capitol Hill as a member of the Progressive Squad, but a new book details how the liberal Democrat alienated key members of her party in Congress. Ocasio-Cortez has an irreconcilable contradiction where she wants to be all things to all people while leading a political revolution. Her efforts were on display during an incident where she participated in a sit-in protest at then House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's, Democrat California, office in 2019, according to excerpts given to the Daily Mail from the new book, The Squad, AOC and the Hope of a Political Revolution by journalist Ryan Grimm. Florida lawmakers slam corrupt decision to snub Florida state from college football playoff. While somebody like Obama wants to be seen as being all things to all people, Ocasio-Cortez actually thinks she can be all things to all people while leading a political revolution, Grimm writes, per the outlet. She believed she could occupy the Speaker's office and have Pelosi appreciate it. The book also claims that Ocasio-Cortez alienated Pelosi and Representative Pramila Jayapal, Democrat Washington, the chairwoman of the Congressional Progressive Caucus, early into her congressional tenure. The book details how Jayapal told Ocasio-Cortez and her chief of staff to keep her staff in line and says Jayapal complained to others that Ocasio-Cortez had very little track record of actually organizing, according to the book. Click here to read more from the Washington Examiner. Other parts of the book released to The Guardian also detail how the New York Democrats had a rocky relationship with Pelosi. One instance of the turbulent relationship happened when Ocasio-Cortez mentioned to Pelosi that no one from the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee had asked how she was able to unseat longtime Democratic Representative Joe Crowley. Ocasio-Cortez claims in the book that Pelosi got so mad at me when discussing how the party should pay attention and ask questions when upsets happen to spot weaknesses.
Oh shit, these
Tags,
headbuttons.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, House Democrats, News, House of Representatives, Congress. Original author, Jack Burrell. Original location, how AOC
Hang on there,
alienated
bros,
key
these are
Democrats
going dead.
and tried to occupy Nancy Pelosi's office.
Okay. Give me a second, bros. I'll fix this real quick. Yeah, okay, it'll work. Sorry about that, bros. I'm hoping the Astros up out will be here tomorrow.
Your fellas are in big trouble.
Hopefully they will anyway. They capture bait.
Maybe, yeah, probably, yes. Oh, really?
What's wrong, pretty girl? That's her.
Wake up, sleepyhead. Peter, you can't be serious. This is a 30-ton war machine.
Fail fast.
Yeah, well, did it not spontaneously combust? I am sorry. It's quite all right. I've grown tired of living. This is more like it.
Nice job, man.
I'm gonna shoot you like a dirty animal. Time for a little payback. This calls for a sexy party. Why don't you just get along before you get hurt?
Yeah, push too hard, but I don't care. Alright. Oh Lord, he's close. I have a time chasing. Fuckers, man, I ain't either. That's a cruiser. We're gonna man, that's a cruiser. The drum, that's a good little ship. I don't even like destroyers, and I like those. Like half the lines of them are like what the Pan Asian or Pan American. Same way they were doing the Japanese, the new Japanese one. They'll come open tomorrow with the update. So that'd be something for everybody to be grinding. Or I didn't get any of them through this last deal. This line here, the new line they put in the game. This one. Open up tomorrow. I believe all three of these be good ships. Pretty nice ships, I mean. See what kind of my bad, man. Bad. Pretty nice, but not bad. on the plane. Have a hero and a B-hole. Nice armor. 508. Main gun. Decent header as well. What I'm wondering about is the last piece for armor. Because ships how they are. $23 and 71. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yamato doesn't do it, but about 28 knots. This is going to be the Bungo. 30 knots. 25. About on the lines with the Yamato 82. That's it for if you're twin turn. Both times. Yamato still hits better, doesn't it? Hands down, bruh. $28 knots, so they're 2 knots faster. 30 meters. They don't outshoot the Yamato. Hit pulls not as high. Not the Yamato, dude, that's for damn sure. Ranks. Oh. I'm in the Yamato. I can play him with this shit, man. See why I like this shit, good, man. You can rock the world with this. I mean, it's not a... it's not the best for brawling. And I would never say it is. I don't care to get in close with it. You won't see me sit in the back of the map with it. No, honest. Not much ever lasted being hit with all the guns on the ship.
Really?
See what I'm talking about.
All right, let's get this started.
This is a devastating ship, man. It really is. You get hit by this ship, you will feel it. You get hit with all the guns at one time, Probably gonna die. I mean, honestly.
Oh, cool!
We don't have to engage. We can sit back and just decimate them. I'm not shitting you a bit. We'll decimate them at this range. Your motto is a long range ship. It takes a hell of a punch. End up with submarine. Hard to hit the PDs and ship the guns and we're not as turn fast. Over wreckage. I think they're wreckage.
Peter, you can't be serious. This is a 30-ton war machine.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Told you, dude. Get hit with this fucking Yamato. You know it.
Oh, you bleeding? Yeah, you're bleeding.
Hey, you bleeding, motherfucker?
Wow, caught fire a little earlier than I thought we would.
Take some more bleed right here, tell you what.
This is more like it. Giggity, 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 giggity.
Come on, bitch, bring it on. Later, Tater.
Hey, what's your big idea?
That won't find out. Damn it. I don't give a shit if I find them. Oh, F's for Gavin. Six. That why we'll be a shepherd, boy. Pay and shift. Nice. Pay and oh, got a roast there. You land over in a corner and don't touch me like that. My eyes and this one's on point, boy. It's not like playing co-ops, man.
Time to send you back to hell! You may look like a bum, but you got a lot of talent, young man.
Tracer's still alive, ain't it, bro? I was dead. I'd be damned. Figured he'd be the first to go, bro. Not the two battleships. Be right back, dude. doctor today. I'd lost even more weight. That's not good, man. They come to in my liver. My cancer has spread. Pretty rough, dude. I'm a lion, man. Hell of a situation I'm in. People, man, why they try to get we got a path in life. Strange as this might sound. I know these people don't believe in God. I mean, that's totally up to them, you know. But bet and tell you 1,000 reasons. I went deep in my heart, that heart of God, so, you know. I'd have to relive my whole life. Not be where I'm at right now. I made the decision. Okay. Thought my mic fucked up. I made the decision in my life. I chose my path. I chose my words. I can't blame that on God. What I wanted, that's what God gave to me. I chose my path. This is a trial in my life. There's no doubt in my mind. That's the grace of God. I can be cancer free. I hope that's fun. Really does. don't talk about it much, though. Because I'm early into this, and I don't want to lie to no one about my illness. I can say this about it. I have small cell lung cancer, and it has spread to my liver. That I can say. Know for the fact of it. They haven't determined what stage it is yet. I still have a couple more tests. They had me scheduled for chemo and radiation. I went in, they put tattoos on you. One second. They put tattoos on you. I have to free up my chest. Well, on my left inner chest, under your armpit, I have one. And there's another one that's on the other side. It's so that when they give you the radiation, it's to make sure that you always get it in the same spot. Yeah, they put you in it looks like a CT scan. When they put you in it, they put like a restraint over your stomach. It's to keep you from breathing. Taking real hard breaths. Where that, I mean, gotta look at radiation do damage. Don't want to my heart. I do have heart problems, so complicates it there. First, they were going to operate. I was going to lung surgery. Then some chemo. And that's when we found out that they couldn't put me to sleep.
Oh, this is nice.
You ever just
That
let your
if they
balls
did,
hang out, B-Rye? You ever do
wouldn't
that,
wake up again.
B-Rooney?
Well,
Drove
that
my
was
Chevy
out of
to the
question.
levee, but the levee was dry.
So that's when they decided radiation. Okay, I was starting my radiation on November 27th, and they was doing more scans on me because it's been hurting terribly in my stomach. Terrible. Hard to explain that one, but with my lung cancer, I call it my back, but it's my lungs. It hurt. It hurt bad. And they sent me, it's called a PAT, or a PET, PET, and had that done. That's when they found the 2 tumors in my liver. I went for MRI and cancer. We're thinking possibly one day this week that there'll be a sending me for a biopsy, because if a benign, that'll be fine.
Wake up, sleepyhead. You can't be serious. This is a 30-ton war machine.
I can go ahead with my chemo treatment and my go ahead with my chemo treatment and my radiation.
Ah, sweet.
If not, we discussed today that he wants to try targeted therapy on the
Oh, you bleeding? Yeah, you're bleeding.
On my liver, because so it still looks good, man.
Well, it appears I've been fired.
Yeah, I mean, and no way do I think I'm gonna die, dude. I mean, honest. I mean, this was rough. Can't sleep. Constant misery. The reason they can't put me to sleep is I have emphysema severely. COPD. Severely. So that's why that goes. The hardest part of this has been not getting straight answers. At least they honest. They tell me they don't know. least they ain't lying to me. What do you do, dude? You refuse the treatment, just die. I mean, chemo ain't no walk in the park, dude. Chemotherapy is not no walk in the park. You're gonna suffer, dude. More than you already are. They weighed me today, man. Weighed 113. 6 foot out. I'll literally scare you. Scare the hell out of you to look at me, right? I don't sit around and dwell on it. That's the truth. I mean, no, you don't want nobody to pity you. But, no. People say, well, I know how you feel. No. No, bro, you don't. You don't know what it is to have a cancer inside of you. Yeah. You don't know what it is to go. Can't tell you. Won't even diagnose you. Because they really don't know. I haven't got nothing good since the time this started. Normally it's worse or news. Today's news wasn't. I already knowed it. I mean, liver filters your blood. Cancer wasn't showing up in my blood. And possibly without it, sort. I think they're still thinking it possibly spread it to my brain. I don't. But with the liver, I did. Hurting the way I do in my stomach and stuff. Been rough. It ain't the physical toll, it's the mental toll it takes on you. You got stupid people, man, that don't know how to be supportive. Tell you, hang in there, bro, it'll get better. You got motherfuckers that's stupid. Oh, I feel so sorry for you, yeah. They're giving you up, man, like you're dying. Look, I've went through worse, not worser, but I've been through some bad shit in my life, and I've survived it because the good Lord's been with me and had his hands on me. I don't think he's took them off of me yet. And I believe that with all my heart. Anyone that knows me, they know the life I've had. And they know I'm a hell of a lot stronger than this. That is the truth. I'm far from done in this fight. Wait. This fight's just begun. I had my good days, but they're mostly bad, man. Not sleeping but a couple hours at a time if I can sleep that much. It's a terrible toll on my body. No, bros, I ain't cried. Meant to be. I tell you, it's the truth. The way I say it. If I die, I'm God's. If I live, God's. Either way, won't matter. And it's hard to talk about. It truly is. I'm quitting for the night, guys. Keep liking stuff.